Good afternoon and welcome back to another Q News video interview. My name is Michael James and I am here chatting with another very special guest today. We are in 2022 and we are starting the lead up to one of the most exciting competitions that we have on Australian television with some incredible talent that is here to wow us. Now, one of my guests today, my guest today is one of the performers in this competition. Her name is Charley and Charley is competing in the Australia Decides competition for Eurovision 2022. She is one of only a handful of people who are going to get this fantastic opportunity, and she joins me here today. G'day, Charley.
Hi, how you going?
I'm very, very good. Are you excited, first and foremost? It's creeping up with just over a month till it happens.
Oh, it's so weird that it's only a month away. I literally only got brought onto this like 2 months ago, so everything's just been like, go, go, go. So yeah, I'm very, very excited.
I bet. Well, the show's being hosted on the Gold Coast and you grew up on the Gold Coast, I believe. How long were you down here for?
I've moved to Sydney like 4 years ago. But yeah, having the competition on the Gold Coast is like the best thing ever because I can finally be with my family. Like for all of my music type of things that have happened, it's all been in Sydney and they haven't been able to come. So to be on the Gold Coast, this is wild. Yeah.
I love it. So you left the Gold Coast and you kicked off your music career, as we would say, in Sydney?
Yeah. Moved to Sydney. I feel like there's not much music on the Gold Coast or producers and writers. Like everyone either goes to Melbourne or Sydney, and I have some of my family in Sydney, so it kind of all just worked out for me, I guess.
Fantastic. Now, when you moved down to Sydney, you have been working hard and you have released 2 singles so far, which they are like very, very like well done in terms of like I was watching the film clips and I was like, this is like Hollywood single type film clips. They were so cool. Those 2 singles are hard for me or hard on me?
Hard for me.
Hard for me. Yeah, right. Cool. Hard for me. And
I was going on.
For me and Arizona, which are 2 very different songs in terms of style and content. So Charley, tell me, what are your musical inspirations? Where do they come from? Who do you want to be? Who do you want to sound like? It's obviously you want to sound like Charley, but
exactly. I've had a lot of, I guess, music inspirations, as we all do. But I started up growing up with Kelly Clarkson, like that was kind of the basis. And who else, like Katy Perry and like all the pop icons, Ariana Grande. And then as soon as I found Julia Michaels, I really felt like I had found my like style of writing that I really loved, and the way that she communicated all of her stories and all of her life experiences through like song. Like it's very like her heart's on the table there. And the way that she did it, making it really like raw and organic. And I don't know, I'm still like, I dabble in quite a few different types of like genres, I guess, you know, that's what you want to do when you go in the studio. You just want to make something and kind of go from there. So that's why all of my sounds are very different. That's why Arizona is very different from Hard for Me. And my next song that I'm going to be doing for Eurovision is very different as well. So they all have their own stories and different feelings to it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Hard for Me and Arizona, definitely. And I like the Arizona was much more of a personal song about that experience you said with your anxiety. Now, the next song for Eurovision is I Suck at Being Lonely, which sounds like a little bit of a personal song again. So tell me, what is this one? What are we going to hear from you for I Suck at Being Lonely?
Oh, Lord. So this song I wrote 2.5 years ago with my friend Jim in LA. And it's all about my past relationship with this person that just like kept on ending. He kept on breaking up with me, and I would always try and fill the void with someone else, and that would never work, and it'd just make me feel even more lonely. So yeah, it's sort of like at the end of the night when you're coming back from a party, like in a cab, and it's like raining and you've just broken up with someone and you're like, oh my God. You're like crying, just like in the back seat. Yeah, it's very personal, and it's still a very fresh feeling as well. So fun, you know?
Well, it definitely sounds very emotional. So what sort of style are we going to see? Is this going to be an emotional power ballad? Is this going to be a sad, slower pop song? What are we going to get from that when we see you perform this on stage?
It's very organic at the beginning. It's a slower song. And then it just builds and builds and builds. And then we've got all these like live strings on it. So it turns into this big orchestral piece at the end of it. So yeah, I'm so excited for that because I've never had like live strings on anything before. Like we've got a flautist on it, which is wild to me. So
a flautist, did you say?
Flautist, that's what they're called.
I don't know what a flautist is. Please tell me, what is a flautist?
Flute player.
Right, okay. I didn't know that was what you call a flute player.
Oh my God, we all learned something today.
There we are, everybody. We have learned something new today. A flute player is known as a flautist. Very good. Now, it sounds like it's going to be a big performance vocally for you and musically for you there, but there is that extra element at Eurovision, we know, that is the costume and the performance. So what are we going to see for you? What are you going to be wearing? Who are you going to be wearing? What's it going to look like?
So the only thing I can tell you is that we're making it from scratch. I don't think I'm allowed to tell you anything else, actually. I've been getting in trouble because I keep on spilling the things, and then I'm told later, I'm like, you're not allowed to say that. So all I know is that we're making it from scratch, and my friend luckily is a stylist, and she's been asked to do the show. So she's making my dress for me, which is wild.
That's amazing. So super secret outfit. We can't know anything about it, but it's going to be amazing. And we're making it from scratch with your friend who was a designer. Very nice.
Yes.
Very, very nice. And what are you most excited about for the Eurovision experience?
Oh my gosh. I think there's a couple of things. The number one thing that I really, really love is how invested the fans are. They have just been so supportive of me. Like they've already been messaging me and wishing me good luck and setting their like profile pictures to like pictures of me, which is so nice. So meeting, people there will be a really cool experience because, writing music, I do that to connect with people and to show, everyone goes through these experiences. So I don't know if that's that. Also performing on like a big stage. I haven't performed on a stage that big before. So that's going to be really cool. And it's like a mini show for me. Like, it's like how I would want my own show, but just one song. So I think that's going to be a really cool experience, having like the lighting and the camera angles that I want and my own dress and singing my own song with, it's all very cool. I'm very, very, very excited and grateful.
It's a very, very cool experience. Now, how did it happen for you? Were you one of the artists that you went and submitted your song and said, I want to be part of Eurovision? Or did you have somebody knocking on the door and be like, hey, you want to come and be on board? How did they wrangle you into this whole thing that is about to change your life?
Yeah, I think they might have approached my label, and then they sent them another song of mine, and then they were like, oh, this is cool, and then they sent them this song, and they were like, yes. So and
You're
then
coming with us.
Yeah, and then I was like, yes, like hell yes. Oh my gosh, it's a very, very great opportunity, I think, and just a very cool experience to be a part of. So of course I had to, yes, I love it. Yeah. Straight away.
You don't say no to Eurovision.
No. Oh, you're stupid if you do.
Hopefully there's nobody out there watching that has. Now, when there's always a release date for these songs before you actually perform them on the night, do you know when we're going to be able to go and find your song "A Sucker Being Lonely"? Other than, you think you said we can see it on TikTok? Is there anywhere else where we can see it yet?
Not yet. Only TikTok and Instagram doing teasers, but that's going to be released. I cannot tell you the release date yet. Yeah, I think it's closer to the actual performance when we're releasing this. It's beforehand. You'll get it beforehand.
Beautiful. Well, we'll be looking out for your single I Suck at Being Lonely in the lead up to Eurovision Australia Decides 2022, which will be taking place on the Gold Coast this year. My guest today has been the amazing Charley, who will be one of your performers on the night, competing for that one spot to represent Australia at Eurovision. So please make sure, jump online, show your support, follow her on the social medias down below. You can find her on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok and all of the things. So please go along and follow her. Charley, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Oh, same. Thank you so much. So nice talking to you.
You too, my dear. We look forward to seeing you on stage at Eurovision Australia Decides 2022. My name is Michael James. I will see you next week, and be sure to subscribe to all of our channels on buttons below. Have a great day.